Recording in progress.
Shit.
Brandon.
Oh, shit.
Brandon, I have sad news. I have sad news. Because we missed a week last week, we missed a whole week of Convoy updates because this week, finally, the People's Convoy has decided that their work here in the DMV is done. They are moving on to westward pastures. They were moving to California to I don't know what. Going to California. Going to California with an aching in my heart. If you ask me what they feel like that they have accomplished here in our nation's capital, I
beating up a bicyclist. Yeah. Establishing their dominance against people who are actively wearing helmets.
That's all I got. Among the complaints, the lack of bathrooms on the Beltway.
I wish that we actually had some sort of audience that were truckers. You could hear how fucking silly that sounds to someone from the area. How come your tiny circular highway that's not designed for long distance travel doesn't have multiple stops for bathroom breaks? I don't know, fuck nuts, because it's not the fucking Jersey Turnpike.
Yeah. They were upset that the police, DC Metro Police, cut off the exits from 395 so that they could go into the city to use the bathrooms. What? So, I was under the impression that truckers were made of sterner stuff.
But
I don't think these are the working ones.
Look, Jamie, here's what I know is they are the roughest, toughest, rootin' tootinest, gear shiftingest motherfuckers this side of the Mississippi, and they definitely have to take a tinkle, and they will not be stopped.
Well, the thing I don't get is if they couldn't handle our little beltway that goes nowhere, full of people flicking them off, California is a whole coast. How are they going to deal with a whole coast of people flicking them off? Because
is that where they're going now?
They're going to California. Yeah, they're taking a road trip from here to California. Because I don't know
how.
Because.
Look, maybe. I've never been in a financial situation where I could do one of those random month-long trips, go walk along the Appalachian Trail or something like that. I always wanted to just be able to fuck off for a few months and not worry about my finances or whether or not I'll have work when I come back or what have you. And just, take some real fucking me time, disappear to fucking Asia for a little while and drink in some new culture, really be able to just fucking settle in after 4 days of jet lag and be like, you know what? Let's go get some fucking noodles and experience some culture. God damn it! Fuck yeah! Fuck yeah!
That's another source of contention within the group because a number of streamers have been getting donations from people watching their streams, and ostensibly in theory, the money that they have collected is supposed to be distributed amongst the convoy.
Well,
Brandon,
obviously, they're truckers, Jamie. All of that. Here's what I know: they're all honorable. They all understand sharing. Clearly, because of what they're protesting, vaccines and singularity freedom, they're all about the betterment of others and understand a socialist society. That is one thing I've definitely wrapped my head around is they get the idea of helping out their fellow man. So I don't see there being any sort of issue about anyone not getting paid
or reimbursed for their gas or their travel.
Obviously there's a reimbursement system. Come on.
Clearly they work this out.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, look, Jamie, that GoFundMe or whatever the fuck it is, there's ducats out there. All you have to do, right, is submit your gas receipts in triplicate and then wait the standard 4 to 6 week timeline. It's not that difficult.
Yeah.
You should already have a forwarding address to a place with a proper bathroom. These are the things you plan ahead for because you're truckers.
I forgot to mention this, but like a couple of weeks ago, there was a wedding. They had a wedding at the camp. Because I don't know, freedom. 2 people got married because of freedom. It was great. It was great. It was a happening. It was a month-long happening. In the month of March, Hagerstown was the place to be. For freedom. Freedom rang out in the streets and the valleys of our great state. And for a month there was freedom and diesel fumes and a marriage and more freedom and no restrictions whatsoever. And people got colds, but it wasn't colds. You know, they were fine. They weren't sick. They were jacked up on freedom. That's why they were coughing and losing lung capacity and all that stuff. It was because of freedom. Freedom was here, Brandon. Did you feel the freedom? I don't know if you felt the freedom, but like I felt the freedom. Every time I passed by when they were coming down 270, I felt the freedom. When I saw them on the Beltway, there was the freedom. When I saw a massive accident on the Beltway, I saw the freedom. I witnessed all of the freedom, all of the freedom. For
you know what, Jimmy Noguchi, what I have actually found is that the phlegm of freedom is the sort of thing that engulfs your lungs with the power and the presence of America, Jamie. That's what's going to happen right now, brother. See, because what we're going to do is we're going to hop inside those massive machines like Sylvester Stallone from Over the Top, because we are all over the top winners. That's what we're going to do, Jamie. We're going to hop inside of our air-conditioned cabs, don our diapers, and shift our way to freedom. Are you ready, California? You got a bear on that flag, but you better be bear, because, baby, we are coming for you. We are heading down the highway, driving 55 while that whole blue and white came a cruising by. We're going to have ourselves a police escort, brother. It's going to be amazing. Flags flying and freedom. That's what we're going to do. We're going to be spreading the virus of freedom across this country, Jamie. One gigantic phlegm ball at a time. When you hear me hacking, when you hear me coughing, when you hear me sneezing, when you hear me wheezing, it's not because of COVID-19. It's not because I have early onset asthma. It's not because I may or may not be 65 pounds overweight. It's not because the great state of Pennsylvania keeps me from going back because of a court order, because I am not responsible enough to deal with my own children. No, Jamie, it is the siren song that is rung from the bells that are carried by bald eagles for freedom, baby. That's what I'm doing. I'm leading a convoy for joy. Oh, my Lord. Woo! Goodness.
Brandon Chalmers, I believe if they had someone on their team that could cut a promo instantly like that, they would actually.
God damn it.
They would have more people on the convoy.
I need a werewolf and a wet nap. Somebody get me Ted Cruz and his wife. Holy shit.
Oh, that they did accomplish that. They got a meeting with Ted Cruz. That's the one thing they accomplished.
That is the one thing. Thank God that the guy who asked if this baby was teaching racism is our beacon of freedom.
Even better. If I say that I'm Asian, could I be Asian?
You know what? Sure. Can you stop being a dickhole, though? Whatever, man.
What whatever you want, Ted. Just shut the fuck
Sure,
up and
whatever.
go home.
I don't give a fuck. Right, fine, whatever.
Shut up, Ted. Who
Yeah,
cares?
you know what? Ted? Settle off your goal. Be a marsupial. Make yourself a pouch. Stick your fucking head in it. Yeah. Could I have a prehensile tail?
Yeah.
Can I do that? Is that something I can do?
Oh man.
This book says that possums are racist babies.
Possums are racist babies.
Fuck off.
God damn it.
God. Oh.
I'm trying to think of like trucking songs, like the going down
No,
country.
it is strictly eastbound and down and nothing the fuck else. That's it. You get the one. And the
Led
fact
Zeppelin
that your
isn't
Freedom
coming to go to
Convoy,
California.
your Freedom Convoy doesn't actually have a Smokey. Where is Ted Cruz in a fucking Pontiac Trans Am leading this freedom chase? Right. Just fucking 155 miles an hour going down Route 66. Cops like a Mighty Ducks flying V just flying behind him. And all the truckers parked on the side of the roads waving their panties in the air. Go get them, Ted. Go get them, man.
They don't get to ask Dion the way to San Jose.
No.
Whoa.
No, they are not leaving on a midnight train for Georgia. They are not.
Yeah. Woo!
Fucking love that shit.
Midnight train to Georgia. Are they California dreaming, Brandon? On a winter's day? Well, it's spring, but I mean it's been cold. It's been cold.
Wait, should we really be? I don't know. Like, I get that Disney doesn't understand that the mamas and the papas might not be the one that you actually want to have as like your role model in your California adventure theme park, but
yeah.
Somebody should probably inform that convoy that ain't exactly the role models you're looking for.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other
and weirdly, I was going to say we could do California Girls, but David Lee Roth is pro-vaccine. So
yeah.
I know.
Willis Coast Girls. Has anyone checked in with the Beach Boys, the remaining Beach Boys?
No, but
their
I
entire
don't want
catalog
to.
is California.
I don't want to.
You don't want to.
Bad things are going to happen. No. I'm going to learn something, and then I'm going to be reminded about Charles Manson, and then so it's going to be a whole thing. And then I'm going to be real fucking mad.
Right.
No, I get that. And then, but then once I do the Beach Boys math, then I end up doing the Manson math. Then I end up doing the Tex Watson math. Then I remember that Tex Watson has been married in prison like 4 times and has like 7 fucking kids while being behind bars. Right. Because why wouldn't you want to fuck and sire a child with that fucking guy?
Oh my God.
Also, how bad is your life when a man in prison breaks up with you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, sweetheart. So I know you have a kid, you're having my baby, but I luckily won't be able to pay any of the court mandated child support.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and take that out of whatever I make from making like sloppy joes for the rest of the prison.
Yeah.
And
my 2 cents an hour.
Right. Good luck with that 46 cents a month.
Ugh.
Right. Jesus. And
God damn.
I'm going to go marry someone else. I'm going to file for divorce. Luckily, they have a correspondence program. So one of the guys is actually a divorce attorney. So he's already going to file the paperwork. So you're going to catch him on the way out. That's lumpy. And then make sure that you high five her on the way in. Because once we get this all buttoned up, I got another guy who's an ordained minister. We're going to go ahead and break out the toilet wine and everything. It's going to be fucking great.
Toilet wine. So I guess there are no good songs about California.
I mean, I'm sure there are good songs about California, but I don't want them to fucking take any of them.
Yeah.
Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Right, babies.
So long, trucker, Freedom Convoy, People's Convoy. I guess they're calling it the People's Convoy. their leader, he left over the weekend, but he promises
the
that
MMA fighter,
the Brian, whatever his name is, he left.
Yeah.
He left, but he said that they'll be back someday, just like Frosty the Snowman. To do what? Like, I don't know. Fuck it. Goodbye. California, I'm sorry, but I don't think they could deal with. They can't deal with our little beltway full of figures.
Where are they going?
They said California. Now here's the thing about California. If you think beltway traffic is bad, fucking LA.
I mean,
San Francisco.
They could shut them down, but someone is going to have to eventually answer the question. What the fuck are you guys actually doing this for?
I don't know.
Like, the mandates are gone. You could go to Walmart.
Yeah,
and go sans mask damn near anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think some of these guys might not actually have their heart into it, and they're just trying to live that best Led Zeppelin life.
Yeah,
they just got to ramble on. Right. Because there's got to be, like, they get up and they start crossing the country and they happen to go like north or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's got to be some of them that just do the full fucking Led Zeppelin. Just come on, the ice and snow.
How about the goal?
Freedom.
We'll see. Like, when people follow Fish or the Dead, you're going to a concert. There's a show with it, and there's probably drugs along the way. This convoy doesn't even have that. There's no show in DC. There was no show. They didn't have a show. No show.
Whoa. Hang on. They had a show. No one actually showed up.
Oh, that's true. They did.
They had a show.
They did have a show.
Let's be clear.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if they went to Sacramento, they could shut Sacramento down. But I've been to Sacramento and
do what?
Oh,
I mean, I'm not trying to shit on Sacramento, but
they got. Oh my God, there is a restaurant in Sacramento called Trails. I do not know if it exists any longer, but there was one night when me and my family were visiting my grandparents, and we was hungry, and so we went to Trails. And Audrey was like, I'm going to get something that I know you can't fuck up. She ordered the spaghetti and meatballs. Now, Brandon Chalmers, when you think of spaghetti and meatballs, what is the vision that appears before you in your brain?
At a place called Trails?
At a place called Trails.
You either get a Chef Boyardee style plate.
Yes.
In a can, like literally from a can.
Yeah.
Looking kind of congealed, half cold, what have you.
Yeah.
Or it involves some sort of local thing like a Skyline chili sort of situation where there's an unrecognizable sauce and definitely mounds of shredded American cheese atop cold pasta.
Brandon Chalmers, both of those things that you just described are fucking Michelin 4-star compared to what my wife was subjected to. There was a plate of spaghetti. On top of that spaghetti were
covered in cheese.
Were the meatballs. Not homemade, not anything, not even IKEA level meatballs, but just balls of something, probably various meats. On top of this, Trails poured a generous helping of barbecue sauce.
What in the Bobby Flay is happening over there?
I don't fucking know. And me being the smart one, I chose something that was fried and dyed. So chicken strips, man.
Always go with the deep fryer. Yeah. Questionable places get the deep fryer.
Yeah.
That is a
dead,
life
it's
rule.
dead. It's dead.
Yep.
And because we were there with my grandmother on my dad's side, Audrey had to suffer through that with a smile.
Wait, was there like some sort of rule that grandma's not allowed to experience a bad meal or
This was her favorite place.
Oh, you gotta fucking leave with that, my dude. Wait, hang on. Are you sure grandma wasn't trolling y'all?
I don't know. I don't
know. Was she a lady who didn't see you all very often?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude, grandma did that shit on purpose.
Maybe.
She exactly what she was going into. What did she order?
I don't even remember. I was just
some sort of unrecognizable thing covered in gravy.
Yeah, I was just laughing the entire
right. So
inside though. I was trying not to do it out loud. So
right. She knows, but she was watching the rest of y'all like, go ahead, stay on the East Coast, see what happens when you come visit grandma. Happy trails, ironically enough, motherfuckers.
God, yeah. So if
hop on your Skybird and head your asses east, I'm gonna sit here enjoying my Southwest Tex-Mex sketties.
So if the truckers shut down Sacramento, they have trails to look forward to.
You know what? I mean, honestly, barbecue sauce atop pasta does kind of feel like a trucker move.
It was so bad, and it wasn't even good barbecue sauce. It's like the generic, like whatever the fuck you buy at the store, but that's like at the bottom of the shelf that nobody gets.
Right.
Cheap shit. Like if you go to Chubby's and you put barbecue sauce, they have a variety of them. You can like get spicy.
We're not talking a Mission flavors. Barbecue sort of level where you get the multiple spices and you can kind of decide what region you want to go with.
Nah.
Right. Yeah. Do I want Kansas City pasta or do I want Georgia spicy mustard pasta?
Nah.
You know, I can live my best Italian redneck life right now.
Yeah. Nah, you get the brown stuff with browner flecks, and that's it. And what are those flecks? They're flecks of disappointment. That's what it is.
Okay. All right. Well,
sponsored by Trails.
Man, look, when I'm hungry, right, and I'm making my way west, I'm going to make a stop in the Sacramento staple that is Trails. Brother, believe it. I go ahead and I set that GPS coming out of the nation's capital, doing just a cannonball to Trails. Brother, I am prepared and I am ready. I am at a 10. When I come in through those doors, I kick them in like Chuck Norris, just blah, coming in beards akimbo, ready for it. Walks in, sees Shirlene. I'm like, what's up, baby? How's our son? High fiver. And she knows what I want. She knows what I want because I can't do anything else with her because it stopped working in 1987. So you know what time it is, Jamie? It's time for barbecue pasta time. That's what time it is. That's right. And I pray to God. I look up to the angel above Guy Fieri and I just absolutely take a honey dipper with donkey sauce. And I drizzle. I stand atop the table and I drizzle. Knees up, just drizzling. Just cascading down. Right? I got my co-pilot over there hitting the slow motion on the Apple iPhone 6. I haven't gotten an upgraded one, but trust me, the camera only works in slow motion, so everything's real cinematonic like, right? Yeah,
120 frames.
That's right. 120 frames of freedom is what's about to happen right now as the donkey sauce cascades down, and then you watch me when what I can only describe as make sweet love to pasta. I bury my nose in it and I get up in there and I start with a little bit of meatball and I go chasing that little motherfucker around the plate with my tongue. Get after it, baby. That's how I got Darlene in the first place. She watched me from across trails and she was like, that man right there can eat some pasta. And you know what I mean by pasta? I mean pasta. Oh, that's right. I like to joke. Anyway, so that's what I'm talking about, Jamie. You know what time it is? I think it's time we hit the goddamn bumper. I'm starting to get winded. Oh, goddamn it. Start the show. Start the show. Oh, fuck. Just gonna get lost in this fucking trucker.
Goddamn trucker.
Just layers on layers right now.
Hey, it's like an onion, man. Layers. Got layers.
You understand, Jamie, that the most complex character in all of cinematography is Shrek? All right? Do you get it? Man's best friend's a donkey. Name another character in all of cinema whose best friend's a donkey. You can't. You can't. Nope. Clint Eastwood, he only had a monkey. Elvis Presley only had a turkey and a monkey, which is impressive in its own right. But it's not what I got. All right. That's all I'm saying. It's no donkey.
Donkey.
Right?
Donkey.
That's right. And much like Shrek, I got layers. Peel me back.
Brandon, tell the fucking truckers who we are.
Listen up, my fellow patriots, and you have found yourselves upon the freedom-loving shores of the fucking Duocast, part of the Hard Knock Media Podcast Network. When I say Hard Knock Media, I do mean NOC, as in Nerds of Color, a certain thing that we are not familiar with, am I right? But nonetheless, it is time for all of us to educate ourselves on a culture that we may or may not be familiar with. Much like how we shout that people don't understand Appalachia, we want every one of our brethren to understand the Hard Knock Media brethren and go ahead and make ourselves a turducken culture so this way we can understand things like my favorite restaurant, Trails. Now, Jamie Noguchi, I have found myself, by the way, I am Jesus Christ, Brandon goddamn Chalmers, and with me today, my co-host with the mo-host with the biggest dick I have ever seen, Jamie goddamn Angry Sam Master motherfucking Noguchi. Put some stank on that name. I'm starting to run out of steam. All right, anyway. Whoo! All right. Somebody needs to get me some Slim Jims and some Haribo gummy bears. I'm starting to run a little low.
Haribo.
Papa's down to half a tank. Somebody get me some gummy worms and some beef jerky. Need to find me a Sheets on the side of the road.
Oh God, I wish
Daddy needs a bathroom break.
I wish I knew what the Hard Knock Media sponsor was, because it's a gummy thing. It's like a
Wait,
cider. Yeah, it's like apple cider vinegar gummy.
Oh, see, Jamie, this is a dangerous problem, because if I don't want to actually know what that is, because someone's going to hear me do my version of that ad and the network's going to lose that fucking sponsor.
Yeah.
And I always, as I've said before, I am here by everyone's good grace and good grace alone. I don't need to rock that fucking boat.
Oh man. We should just submit a whole bunch of ad reads to Keith. Be like, it would be like going off and be like, insert sponsor. And then we come right. Like one of those like the stock audio names where they like stockaudio.com while they're playing the music and shit. Oh man. Brandon Chalmers.
Sir, Jamie Noguchi, what you need to do is you need to hit the top right hand corner, go to barkbox.com, Type in the offer code freedom motherfucker. I know it's a long one. Freedom MUFFUCKER apostrophe. Go ahead, you're gonna get 20% off, and it is gonna be some delectable treats, both for man and beast, if you know what I'm saying. Jamie, all the food's safe for people to eat, and it's delicious and it keeps well. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
What have you been geeking on? These past few weeks.
Man, I don't know. Like I'm trying not to get too fucking sad about it because it's been in my head ever since the weekend. The drummer for one of my favorite bands passed away.
Oh yeah.
So I am still very much sad that Taylor Hawkins is no longer with us. I'm glad it wasn't a suicide, which I was afraid of. You know, but the guy's the reason I picked up drumsticks. He's one of the reasons I love the Foos so much. Yeah. And like, so it was very bittersweet. I haven't really dug into any Foo Fighters since I heard the news, just because I don't want to be sad for a little bit. Like,
yeah.
So that's kind of what I've been kind of geeking on and whatnot. Oh, what else? The wife decided to get me something kind of nice as a work's been a little rough last couple of days. So in a way to kind of unwind and make sure that I'm not just thinking about work or talking about work or whatever it is after I get home, she went and bought me the Lego set for the White House.
Ooh.
Which is super nice. So I'm like halfway through the main portion of it and been assembling all that. And I don't know where I'm going to put half of the Lego sets that I want, but I kind of want more Lego sets. Just
those architecture sets are very impressive.
They're fucking gorgeous. Like, and the cleverness in which some of the pieces come together is rad. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it is very cool. What have you been geeking about?
So there's a show on HBO Max, just finished its first season. Our Flag Means Death.
Ah, yes. I watched the first 2 episodes. I think wife's been tearing through the rest of it.
Yeah. All 10 are up now. First season. It's about the gentleman pirate and his encounter with Blackbeard. And apparently the gentleman pirate, Steed, whatever his name is, he was an actual pirate. I'm assuming that the rest of the series is just made up because it's very progressive. It's very queer. And they don't advertise it that way at all. They're just like, hey, we have this new show. Taika Waititi is in it. Leslie Jones is in it. And that's why I watched it.
Hodor!
Hodor's in it. Leslie Jones is in it. Taika Waititi's in it. I'm sold. You just sold me a show. And Audrey and I have been watching it. We're like, this is a weird show, but I kind of love it. And it has a lot more heart than you expect it to be, because I don't give a shit about pirates. Like,
no,
I don't give 2 fucks about pirates. I worked with someone who lived on a ship as a pirate, and I was just like, you do you, I don't care. And this show was really good. Like,
plus it's got the voice of I'm trying to remember the character's name from the Voltron series.
Oh,
Karan, yes. Yeah.
What's his name? Because he was in Flight of the Conchords as like their manager.
Yeah. All I want to do is hear him say paladins is really what it comes down to.
Hello, paladins. And he was in Jumanji. Welcome to Jumanji.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's surprising. Like it was a good surprise. I thought it was just going to be a dumb comedy. Turns out to have a lot of heart. It's 10 episodes. It's a half hour each episode, so it's like maybe 5 hours. You can
it's not a terribly long thing to ingest, so I get that.
That's a lot of fun. I liked it a lot. Go watch
Good
it.
Deal. Good deal.
Go watch it.
Yeah.
Brandon,
sorry,
we have a topic.
Ooh,
and it's not about the Oscars. So
thank fucking Christ, I do not want to talk about that.
Yeah, we're not gonna. But yeah, I have a topic. Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Besides, Keith already talked about it on his podcast. So like,
good. Well, if boss already did it, it's already mum's the word now. The thoughts and feelings of the fucking Duetcast in regards to the Oscars reflect directly upon management. I don't have an opinion. I assume just his opinion's good, whatever it was. I haven't watched at the time of recording, so I just assume Keith's right.
Yeah.
Seems good to me.
All right. So earlier last week, I sent you a link to a advertisement from Fender Guitar.
Okay, we're gonna chit chat about guitars already.
We're gonna it's Guitar Week on the fucking Duetcast. They came out, and so this model, they have a new model. It's not a new model. They actually came out with this model in 2018, but it is called the Meteora, and it's an offset body. It's like a snub nose. It's like a jazz. No, it's like a Jaguar on the top bout, and the back butt is sort of like an Explorer.
Honestly, what it honestly looks like is kind of like my Firebird, just with more muted corners.
Yeah, it's a Firebird. It's a Firebird Jaguar thing, but like the edges are sanded off. I love the headstock. It's got that classic Fender, not the narrow. I don't know what you call it. The dip.
Not the Telecaster one, but the Strat one.
Yeah, the Strat one with a longer dip to it. So I like that. It's got two humbuckers. They are called Fireball humbuckers, and it's got coil taps. So you can turn them into single coils if you like that sound better. The original 2018 version of the Meteora had a hardtail, but this new they call it the Player Plus series. It has a 2-point tremolo thing, so you can do the wah 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 widdlies when you go like the doyoyoings. It has been a while since Fender has come out with a new body shape. The original version of this thing kind of disappeared, and we haven't heard about the Meteora since.
Whoa. I'm gonna stop you right there. You use these words, and I do not think you know what they mean. New body shape?
Yeah,
that's not a new body shape.
This one
maybe new for them.
Yeah,
but it's not a new body shape. We're not fucking around with new body shapes. Like we're there. This is not groundbreaking.
No.
Different.
It's different for Fender
in the sense that they're not trying to overcharge.
No. The physical shape of it is new ish, but it's not, because it's 2018, and I forget that 2018 was like 4 years ago. It was new in 2018. So, but I haven't seen a version of this since. Like, I haven't seen an American standard Meteora. I haven't seen a Mexican standard Meteora. I haven't seen a Korean made Meteora. I haven't seen a Squire Meteora. So like,
because they're all just the Meteora. There's just the one version, right?
Yeah. Well, now it's the Player Plus, but I don't think they made the regular Meteora. They had it in 2018, and then they dropped it.
They canceled it.
Yeah. And
then they were like, "Hey guys, we're back again."
Yes, we're back again.
Again. Right. Okay.
So this guitar, did you see what it cost, Brandon?
Yeah, it's like $1,200.
Yeah, it's $1,200. And I think it's way too expensive.
Well, hang on a second. Let's do some comparisons here, because you say it's way too expensive, but it's got all of the cutting edge blah blah blahs. And near as I can tell, how much is like a Mexican series Strat?
Let's see. Let's do some math.
Because let's see. Shopping.
Mexican standard, it's like $600.
So $700.
Yeah, $700 to $600. $600 to $700.
Okay, American Strat.
American Strat is like $1,200 plus.
1,600, 1,300, $1,000. Fender American Ultra Strat.
Woo.
From Sweetwater, $2,000.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
$2,000.
$2,000. Look at the Sweetwater catalog.
Maria, look at the spot. It's a sunburst.
Look at this color. You can only get it in Sweetwater.
Maria, look, it's got the tortoise. God,
Tortoise shell. Look at the coil tops.
Right. I don't understand how guitars are priced anymore.
Well, so
and I don't think I ever really did, in all fairness, and more honestly, I don't think anyone does.
No, but I think 1,200 is a bad price point if you're trying to get the guitar into people's hands. Like
compared to what?
Compared to so like I think the 5 to 6 range or 5 to 7 range, like the Mexican standard style pricings, I think that's if your goal is to get this shape into more people's hands, I think it should be priced more close to what like the made in Mexico guitars are. Just because I think 1,200, it looks fine. I guess the colors are nice and the bells and whistles and all that kind of bullshit. But like, who the fuck is going to pick this up? Like, guitarists are very conservative. Weirdly, like it's rock and roll is known for like revolution and everything else. But like, there's only a couple of body shapes that guitarists care about. There's Stratocasters, Telecasters, and Les Pauls. And like, if your body shape is near one of them, you're gonna get it. But like, I don't know.
Well, honestly, dude, what it looks like the price point is set more for the Player Plus series, because the Player Plus Strat is like $1,100.
Yeah, I mean, they're equivalent. Like, it's an entire line of stuff. The whole Player Plus is like a whole line of stuff. They got
right,
Strats,
but I don't understand what the Player Plus actually is. And by the way, really what it looks like, it's a fucking Jaguar, basically, just with kind of sharper corners on the lower end.
Yeah.
So I stand by my statement of the look is not original.
Right.
It's just slightly modified.
It's mushed on one end.
Yeah, it's a, you know what it is? It's a car brand giving a bit of a refresh. It's like a mid-model refresh where like they change the headlights and taillights a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay, no problem.
But when a car company does that, are they just trying to get money, or are they trying to get more of them out there? Like they're
trying to refresh excitement in an existing brand without spending a whole lot of money. Making a new car, guitar, whatever the fuck it is, it takes a ton of startup capital. So you need to have development, you need to assemble new parts, you need to retool machinery, you need to retrain people, you need to.
Mm-hmm.
If you end up using all of the Player Plus, because here's I can tell all of the internals of the Player Plus series are exactly the same. You just pick a body shape.
Yeah. And I would agree with that, except that until now, no one remembered the Meteora from 2018.
Right. But
and it's so I get the idea of trying to refresh the line, but there was no line to refresh because they didn't keep it in production all this time.
Right. But if you don't, let's say you have a Strat, let's say you have a Telecaster.
Yeah.
You're a big Fender stan.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I've been thinking about maybe picking up a Player Plus, but I already have these. What's this? A new body style? Oh my God. That's only available in the Player Plus series. So then if you don't want a Jaguar, or you're thinking about one, but one something special, this is where you go to.
But Brandon,
yeah,
you yourself know that once you fall in love with one style body, you stick with it. Like the Firebird.
Yeah, I don't. Please understand, Jamie. I don't get who this guitar is for.
Yeah, me either.
Two, they did what they were supposed to. They got people talking about it.
That's true.
You texted me, and now you have followed up and had a direct conversation with me over the interwebs about this guitar.
3 other people.
Mazel tov. Right. Yeah. The whole to our dozens and dozens of podcast listeners. We don't have dozens and dozens. We got like a maker's dozen tops.
Yeah.
Anyway, so To the 13 people who can hear the dulcet tones of my voice, don't buy this fucking guitar.
No.
Don't give Fender any more fucking money.
No,
Don't
not for 1200.
No, let them die. Let Fender die. They've been unoriginal for decades. They put out a guitar that is subpar unless you pay $2,000 for it, and they stand the fuck all over Eric Clapton. Let them die on the vine, buy vintage ones, and remember that the best shit that they created was in the fucking 60s and 70s, and let them go. You can totally buy some sort of knockoff Strat for $100 come Christmas time for your grandkids. It does not matter. It's all going to be cheap shit. It's all going to sound like cheap shit, and they're going to end up spending $600 on something else. And most likely, they're not going to buy a Fender guitar. They're going to buy a Schecter or a Dean because they can get something that sounds as good or better for easily $300 to $400 less. Stop propping up this fucking elder statesman ass company who cannot compete anymore.
Yeah. Well, and this is even more expensive than the Silver Sky, the SE. SE, the Silver Sky is $800. This is 12.
Fuck off, Fender. Fuck off. Fuck off. I
feel that. I agree. I'm wondering if there is any like what is a guitar innovation that would impress people, because for a while
isn't.
Because Gibson tried this thing where they had the auto tuners on all of their guitars. Like you strum a chord, it's a robot tuner, it tunes it to whatever you want, standard tuning, open tuning. Those did not sell at all. No one gave a shit about them.
No.
Yeah.
Look,
and that Firebird, do you remember the Firebird X that I showed you a long time ago?
Yeah, I think
that
so.
MIDI thing, that also nobody wanted that shit.
Look, here's the reality with guitars. Nobody wants a necessary tech that can break because nobody knows how to fucking repair it, and nobody else wants to deal with it. Once it's broken forever. You know what the best part about an old fucking Les Paul is? It runs for fucking ever. And when it breaks, when it eventually breaks, you take it to an old guy in some small shop somewhere. You find somebody, don't take it to fucking Guitar Center. You take it to some small business. You let that guy take it from you.
Chuck Levins.
And
go to Chuck
Levins and let them repair it properly. They got an old guy in the back named Skip. He's been doing this for 40 fucking years. He'll give the thing a rub down. He'll oil the fretboard. He's going to replace the head nut. He's going to go ahead and clean up all the little nooks and crannies. Going to get in there with little Q-tips and clean out all the little shit and touch up everything. And you're going to get that thing back to where it is going to be even more cherry than it was when you bought that thing 15 fucking years ago at a pawn shop.
Yeah.
You and I both know we all have, if you're a guitar player, you have a model, maybe two, sometimes three or four if you're extra that you lust after. And it's all based on a price point. I'd love to have a PRS. I don't ever want to spend the money on one. I get it. I know that's why you fucking stand all over them. They're amazing guitars. I have my dream guitar thanks to you. I'm good. Like, are there gorgeous guitars out there that I'd love to be able to have? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Old Les Pauls, old Rickenbackers, the fucking weird wild ones with the fucking hard tremolo bar. I'm into all of that. And if I had the opportunity to buy a badass, gorgeous turquoise and white one with the fucking chrome all over the thing that looks 1966 as fuck, I am all over that. But I know I'm paying $3,000 for that minimum. And I know the only way that I'm going to find one that I'm actually going to spend any money on is one that was babied and kept up with. It's like a classic car.
Yeah.
The 66 Mustang is the 66 Mustang, and you can put all the new bullshit you want for the 2004, but nobody who wants a 66 buys an 04. No one. Fucking no one.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend and let's stop acting like it's the same thing. If Fender wanted to really, really do it, you know what they do? They cut the middleman out. They'd make a great entry-level guitar and price it low enough that it's a little more expensive, but they'd sell a ton of them at Christmas. If you put the price point at $149 instead of $100 and made a quality fucking guitar, and then the next step up is the fucking Mexican Strat and nothing in between, great. Then you sell that at that price point, and when you want to do something cool, you do random color variants, and that's it. And you make those color variants limited for a certain run of guitars. We're going to make 1,500 of them as, tribute guitars to this look, or with this special collaboration, or with this and this. And that's what it is. I don't need 5 fucking Stratocasters. What I do need is the special Adventure Time Stratocaster, because I'm that perfect Venn diagram of guitar nerd and Adventure Time stick.
Yeah.
And I want that thing. Otherwise, fuck off with it. I don't need that other guitar. Then make the super high-end shit that is for professional musicians who are going out on weekends or touring or whatever it is, and make that the thing I lust after. And that's why I end up buying the same. The reason I have the guitar I have is because the guy who taught me had a gorgeous version of that, and I lusted after it because it was one of the first guitars that I had in my hands that sounded like the fucking chorus of angels. And the first power chord I played on that guitar, I'll remember forever. The first open G I played on that guitar, I'll remember forever. And that shit sticks with me. And every time I pick that guitar up, I have the same feeling. Fuck yeah. And I know it's not the same one, but man, is it as close as I'm ever going to get. And that means that I have a beautiful one-of-a-kind tribute guitar.
Yeah. Well,
that matters to me.
The Squire line has been getting better and better. Like,
cool.
They have like some classic vibe Squires that like are a little like 150 in the 150 200 range, and then your basic Squire is like 99 and all that kind of stuff.
Right. But here's the problem though. When you make one that's 99 and you make one that's literally twice the price, what am I getting that's the difference? Because everyone looking across the room sees a Squire and thinks I'm a fucking scrub and thinks it's a $100 guitar. Either get rid of the $100 guitar or get rid of the $200 guitar. Quit fucking around.
Yeah.
It's cheap shit and you know it. Quit trying to polish a turd.
Oh man, they have a $500 Squire? Jesus Christ.
Why? Why?
A $600 Squire?
Who is spending $600 on a fucking Squire?
Oh my God. The contemporary active Jazzmaster.
Fuck you.
Humbucker is $489.
Fuck you. I got $600. I'm not buying a Squire. You go to Guitar Center and you see somebody walking out of there with a $600 Squire. You slap them in the mouth and then you tell them, no, go back and do it better. Yeah. Go buy something else. And then you roll up a newspaper. Usually they have the circulars for Guitar Center and you hit the employee who sold that to them. No, you were better than that.
This is a Squire. I think I got it for like $250 or something. But it's a bass.
I don't know if that's a good deal or not.
It sounds great.
It sounds great.
Fret buzzing and all that kind of stuff.
Great. Right. But you're not going to pretend that is a touring level bass.
I mean, I would take that out, but I would also modify the fuck out of it. Like
you're already so far past what most people would end up doing. Because you could spend that time modifying it, or you could just go and buy a new bass.
Yeah. No, but it's more fun to modify it.
Put for you.
Horns on it and LEDs and shit.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
And then
get ready for all of the buzzing when Jamie decides to drill 14 holes into it to bury LEDs inside.
You put it like a MIDI pad on the side,
right? Yeah,
controller, drum machine, and shit.
Yeah.
So basically, don't buy this.
Don't buy this. Don't buy Fender.
Yeah.
Don't buy Fender. Don't do it. Go support a small used music shop that have these things hanging up there. Get something special. Get something with a little bit of character. Buy something secondhand.
Get a G&L, because that's where Leo went when his company started getting fucky. He was like, fuck this, I'm doing it right. And he started G&L.
Hear me now. Never, ever buy a new guitar.
Yeah, that's true.
Buy a used guitar always. Let people who don't know what the fuck they're doing and people who have way too much bloody money spend money on new guitars. Pick up all of your guitars secondhand. Make sure they have a story. Make sure they have heartache in them. Buy them secondhand. You want something that somebody had to lose their marriage over. You want something that somebody went financially upside down over.
Yeah.
You want something with a bit of backstory. That guitar needs to feel abandoned because it's an instrument. It's not a piece of wood.
No.
It's a goddamn piece of art.
Yeah,
and you
pick
need to
up
treat
and
it as
play
such.
And
The story matters.
Yeah.
You should be able to pick up two exact guitars and they should sound different and feel different.
Yeah.
Because they each have different stories. A new guitar is fucking soulless. It has to be given away or ripped from someone's hand or stolen or something. It needs a story. It needs to bring its own heartache into your life, and you need to play the fuck out of it like a hurt lover and gain its confidence and make sure that it knows that you're never going to do the same thing to it until it happens to you, and then the next person picks it up, and it goes on in perpetuity.
Yeah. The thing that's never made any sense to me is that like all the classic strats, all like the 60s, 70s, the 50s, all of those instruments were cheap as shit when they came out. Like you could buy one at the Sears for like, I don't know, their equivalents, the equivalent of $100 for them.
Right.
Nowadays, that same basic beater model off the shelf is like $500. And I don't understand the pricing.
Because they're in it to really make money, and the cost of all of the materials is a different margin. I guarantee you, if you looked at how much Fender expected to make percentage wise over cost in 1957 versus 2007 versus 2017, those numbers are ridiculous. Yeah. The percentages, the widened brand, where it gets assembled, the shipping costs, everything else, it's all a totally different thing.
That's true.
You got to factor in 14 different fucking things. What polymer is used with this? What's this and this? Fender was buying basically wood, cutting it to a Strat or a Telecaster. Yeah. So they got two jigs. They've decided that they're going to cut their things at. They got basically, I think like two different style pickups, the same knobs for fucking everything, the same tuners, the same so all the parts were the fucking same. So you buy the shit in bulk, you assemble it here in America, and you shipped it across the country. And that's the way it worked.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a different animal. That's why that shit's better. Also, because probably the quality of wood is better. And frankly, if it's managed to make it this long from the 60s, once again, it's got fucking heart. It's got a backstory. It's got some sort of pain and heartache in it. You pick up, I'm telling you right now, man, you go and pick up a fucking vintage Telecaster, a bare bones as fuck, no frills, one goddamn knob Telecaster. It's going to sound head and shoulders better than the new one that you pick up easily for $1,200.
Yeah.
Why? Because you are going to fucking invest yourself into it. You're going to be convinced that it sounds better.
Yeah. There was a vintage guitar store in Bethesda, Maryland until I was in college, and then they couldn't afford the rent and they had to leave. But if I knew, if I wish it was still there, because old ass me could appreciate going in there and like, you know, getting to breathe on those. High school me had no idea what the fuck I was doing. Like,
no,
because we went there just like, wow, look at all the guitars. Okay, let's get lunch. Like now me, they would have to kick my ass out because I would get there opening and I would be there the entire fucking day. And they'd be like, sir, are you going to buy anything? I'm like, are you kidding me? I can't afford anything.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, you're talking to somebody who bought his first guitar brand spanking new at Mars Music Store, the now defunct Mars Music.
Yeah, I wish that place was still here, because man, I would love to get my hands on one of those like 60s strats, or like, you know, an old ass Les Paul, or like an original flying
buy
V,
the 90s shit,
big ones. Like
buy the 90s shit. The 90s shit is the new 60s shit.
Oh, well, that was from the 90s.
That's what I'm saying. Right. That's what I'm saying is, but you know, it's not new to you.
Yeah.
Or sorry, it's new to you, not brand new.
Yeah.
You know the quality is going to be better because it's a different era. Everything now is built to a price point and is designed to be disposable. Buy an old guitar.
Yeah.
Fuck Fender's new bullshit. Yeah. Don't buy into it. Don't sell them for it. If you see, if Fender hears this, hear me now. You deserve to close. You should have been closed 20 fucking years ago. You haven't done anything of relevance in some time. It's a fucking cash grab. And all of the guitars that are out there in the world right now should just be preserved. And that should be it. It should be a fetish property. You haven't done anything relevant in way too long. And the only positive thing you're doing right now is keeping people employed. That's it.
I am slightly biased because I love a good paint job. So I follow like one of the Fender painters on Instagram, but I love the stuff that comes out of the custom shop because it's always like weird, crazy shit. Like they did a Formula One guitar that had like Formula One lines. I don't know. I like the custom shop.
That's what I'm talking about with the fucking Adventure Time bullshit.
Yeah.
But you don't need this fucking Meteora bullshit. For the record, the only Meteora I want to hear about is the Linkin Park album. From this point forward, I want a goddamn moratorium on Meteora unless it is the fucking Linkin Park album. Okay.
Oh my God. Did you know that they had a Linkin Park version of a Gunpla? Like Bandai put out a Linkin Park.
Fuck yeah, because Adult Swim fucking was all over that bullshit. Hell yeah, Gundam Wing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think it was a
Death
wing.
Scythe.
Yeah,
it was goddamn Death Scythe. I'm telling you right fucking now it was.
No, the Bandai edition was, I think it was a Gundam Wing, but like they had an official Linkin Park edition from Bandai.
Right. Yes. Because Hot Topic was a goddamn fucking. I'm gonna go buy goddamn Invader Zim's fucking shoelaces in a minute. Take me back.
Oh my God.
2000 motherfucking two.
Brandon, this has nothing to do with anything.
Shinoda. God damn.
But Target sells Gundam now, and there is a US version of the RX-78, the original Gundam, like the Amro's Gundam. It has an American flag on the shield. It's got stars and stripes on the shoulders. If you can find it at your Target, let me know.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Because I need to get it.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Brandon, where can people find you?
Apparently shopping my local Target while blasting Toby Keith looking for a goddamn Gundam model for Jamie Noguchi. And you can follow my journey on Instagram at that guy Chalmers. Jamie Noguchi, where can they find you?
I'm on Instagram at Jamie Noguchi. Twitter at Angry Zen Master, and wherever fine podcasts are sold.
Goddamn right you are. So for myself, for Jamie Noguchi and his John Penis, this has been the fucking Freedom Cast, part of the Hard Knock Media Podcast and Network. Hit the bumper, motherfucker.